Hello, welcome to the stream. I feel like I need to add a pop emote, but with the owl. Although I don't feel like the owl has a big enough mouth, so maybe it wouldn't be quite as good. Welcome, welcome. I have not played Palingrid at all today, but I opened it and I have seen a Z, and now I'm scared. There are no E's at all, which is not a good sign. I feel like E's are usually pretty helpful with Palingrid, so we shall see, I suppose. Let's give this a go. How's your day been? Chatters. Which I think is just one person, but how's your day been anyway? Oh, that's not too bad. Pitch. More K's. Whoops. What can I use all these W's and K's for? Don't have an H, so I can't use whisk. I mean, I could do this. Come on. That might be more helpful. Although it does make this score a bit less. Oh no. That's not what you need. I'm just going to move this to be horizontal so that I can do like swap down the side or something like that. I don't know. I feel like there's something better we can do. Oops. Is swank a word? Swank is a word. It is. Not a great score though. Stank might be better. Surprisingly not. Stink. Oh, that's way better. Yes, okay, let's go with that. Knits. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I am accidentally a genius. Maybe I put this to one side actually. I feel like there's something I can do like in the middle somewhere with like maybe only 3. Is topic better? I have 19. I also had 19, okay, so it's about the same. Which do I like better in terms of it cooperating with these letters? I do like the ST there. I like the CK for sure, for sure. IP is a bit of a weird one though. If I have it like this, still got that SP down there. IT's a little bit better. PT's not awful. In is okay, I mean that would be the same I suppose. Seem like a So that doesn't work nicely with that. I want a vowel sound here. Maybe like, is that a word? It is not a word in the dictionary, but it should be. I'm gonna make a note to myself to add that. SPU, spun. And there's another word which in Britain is very highly inappropriate, but in the US just means sort of vivaciousness. So I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to claim that it is fine and it is totally appropriate. UTI is not a great one. Got to back myself a little bit into the corner. Hack, maybe? I don't know, I love that. No. Zach is definitely not a word. This person's me. Yeah, well the last time I played this on stream there was more. There was like 4 or 5. There's something here with this and a K to make kiln, but I can't do that with the current setup at the moment. Maybe I don't like this. Maybe I can do this, an O there. What words can I put in reverse? Yeah, I'm gonna actually reverse the rest of the grid because otherwise I'm gonna get confused. So that sort of breaks that off, which I don't like too much, but it's not the worst. Could be worse. Spool. I remember spool was a good one from before. Maybe I go with this. No, because that would break everything else. So never mind, I'm going back. I feel like I need to make owl just for the reference. Trunk should be a word. I have been there. Do I have any words here that can be useful to me? Maybe kiln is not a good word. Sonic. Sonic? Sonic is not that great, but it's alright. No, I felt like if I was going to do something with ONIC at the end, I should do it like this, because then I could have an even more opportunities to put an IC in, but I also don't feel like it's high scoring enough. What's the leaderboard looking like? Oh, Abby is climbing the ranks. Although once again, one of Mum's accounts is at the top with a 46. What are we aiming for with the scores? 38, okay. Lazy is a good word that uses Z. Maybe I put that like down here, maybe? Does take the A kind of out of commission, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I think it'd be okay. Looking anti if I bump it up one? Do I want to do that? Again, it breaks this. I was hoping to make more use of my S. You know what I need to do? I need to just actually like that. You are spelling it correctly. So it might just be that it's not in the word list, in which case I will add it. I've already made a note to add doula as a word. I will do once I have finished this for myself, and then I will add, and then you can come along and beat my score. No, don't like that. Sock. Let's go with sock. Opt purposes. Maybe I should put it. Maybe I should shift this all down one. Let's see what happens if I do this. I know that I just said that I just have to finish a round, but I'm here now. Because I want to do that. Okay. I could also move optic to be... can I move optic to be somewhere else? I don't think I can. No. That's okay then. I feel like object might actually be getting in my way. Let's try... like tidy across the diagonal. It's alright. Could be better, but it's okay. Do puck, I also get cup as well, which is not too bad. What are you doing? You are just an O for no reason. I mean, you're part of con, but not anything else. You're not doing much. You're not doing much. Oh no, you are being part of lazy. Okay. It's not a great place to put it. Is tidy better here? There's a 29. Also a 29. I want to keep lazy down here because he's got the Z. Oh, because of wind. Right, okay, yeah. Maybe I do put that there because I also get... Do I not get koi as well? Like the fish. Okay, I'll make another note that koi should be in there because that's definitely a word. Any useful places for this K? None whatsoever. Maybe if I do this, because then I get pick. What are you doing? Nothing. Okay. And tick. There we go. Okay. Why did you just get points? Oh, because of win. Alright. 35. Not great. Didn't even meet the filled bar. Let's start again. I do like stink as a starter word. I'm going to put that actually down the middle this time. Maybe I try the thing where I make a square, like my wise sister has recommended me to. And maybe shout along one side. Not a lot I can put down here though, unfortunately. Only word, I mean I could put like, I can't put thick because I've got obviously got no H, but I can't remember any letters that are similar. Zinc is a good word. Didn't even think of that. Yeah, I've only got to 35. I do want to beat this bar before I move on to the next thing. And explain why I'm doing something slightly different today, which is a small teaser for in a little bit. But I do want to finish this plank. That's a good word. What can I put here? Can't put scoop because I've used the other O. I do like pool, so maybe I do that. It starts with L and then K. Cannot think of anything. Stick might be better. No, never mind. Stink is definitely better. I'm gonna put it up here though. Whack. Yeah. Let's do something horrible like this. And we can get something there and there. Or that side, so we can get like, I guess, puck. Still would take me to 36. They are quite hard. Your square strategy has helped me today. Nick, is that a good word? I have no idea. 38! Did we make it? Was that the goal? I think it was. Hell yeah. Can't click on it for some reason. I think something's getting in the way, but that's okay. I would really like to have a P there, but I'm using it so I cannot. Nothing useful there. Just want a decent score. Wouldn't be this difficult, surely. I'm just going to update my stream overlay to have a little thing of what I'm doing. I had that before, but then I forgot to update it. Whoops. Oh, that's overflowing. Whoops. Please hold while I relocate things. That's the same font size ish. like that. Just gonna turn that off actually. Doot. There we go. What's this weird box that's appeared? What's happening there? Interesting. Is it the chat? It is the chat. I see. I move the chat over a bit to fit in the box. I should not do that, I think. I think instead I should, for one, make it fit the screen. It's Nick. I'm not there yet. Give me a minute. Whoops, not that one. I've confused myself. Please hold, I will be back presently. I am just sorting out my stream overlay because it has become disorganized, which is a little bit confusing. I do not really understand how it's gotten disorganized, but here we are. And I also want to just change the size of this a little bit. You're snapping like this. Ah. There we go. Okay. Grand. Stream layout saved and sorted. Back to what I'm doing. Yes. Right. I fixed iNick. Is that better for you, Abby? Is it a word? No. Is dank in the word list? I'll be really surprised if it is. It is! Well, there we go. Kick is a word. Forgot about that. Sure. Are these shines too much? I'm reaching my new best score each time. Maybe I'm just immune to it because I've seen it too many times. I could put a Y in there, but I think if I do, it will remove this really nice high scoring word. Yeah. 43 versus 44, so 44 is better. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it there. What was the no to? I missed that because there was a delay. As in, no, they're not too much, you mean? Alright, cool. I also like them, I just didn't know if they were happening too frequently. Grand. Okay, well, I think I'm done with my terms of high school. So, now to explain why I am doing something differently today, and why I'm probably not going to be working on remaking PNG Juba Plus anymore. So, as is often the case with open source things and tools and stuff, turns out somebody has already done the thing that I was trying to do. So I'm not going to do that anymore because it turns out that the person that had it done already is months ahead of me, like by far. And this is them, by the way. It is cool. It is a little bit annoying, but it's also like significantly better. And it's also like I can't even be like mine is more optimized because it's not. Theirs is more optimized, and it's just way further along than mine was. It even has the rainbow cycling through that, and I'm actually using it for the owl right now, which is why it has rainbow cycling through already. So yes, there's I think I need to change the hair to be completely white for this rainbow to cycle through properly, but that's a me problem, that's not the tool problem. But yeah, they're a lot further ahead of me, and it works better, and it, I think, would be a little bit of a waste of time. The only thing is that it would be nice if this was a bit more visible, because I didn't find this for ages. It is only when I found it, like, by accident when I found it, it was in like a comment or something in a Reddit post where somebody was like, PNG Tuber Plus performs really badly, it's taking up all my CPU, which is true. But yes. Positives. It's not only red, it does turn green, blue, I think, as well. It goes black, which I think might be a purple, I'm not sure. Or it might cycle through black, I haven't checked. But, yes. Progress. In a way. But yes, so I'm sort of abandoning that series. I've got a couple of things that I do want to work on now. It was super cool to learn that stuff, it is true. But I'm not exactly... It's not like I'm going to abandon game dev completely. So it's all fine. So today we're actually going to be working on Palingrid. I thought that one sort of stream-friendly activity to do would be to add a rotate the board button. As you can see, this is already a little bit different from Palingrid that is live. I have this menu over here. Let me just grab that menu and make it go away actually, because it's going to get in the way and it's going to be really annoying. Close, please. And it's not what I wanted to do. You know what? It's fine. I will actually... Just for now, do that. Alright. So. And maybe I actually want... No, don't do that. And I do... No, I'll do that. That's fine. Okay. So, yes, I've been reorganizing some things. I'm adding a menu, but for now I'm taking a brief pause from that because I'm working on an accounts pop-up to be able to play on the same account across multiple devices. But that is not what I'm doing today because that's really boring to watch. We might end up doing it later, actually, if the rotate button doesn't take us very long. But for now, we're going to add a rotate button, which is something that Mum has requested. Because having to manually move all of the letters around a bit to see the board from a different angle is really annoying. So we are going to have a look at this. It's going to be a little bit tricky to test, it's quite complicated, but I think it'll be okay. It was not my idea, it was Mum's idea, but I think it'll be fun to watch. And she has a couple of other suggestions as well, like a shuffle for the dock, so we might also do that, but maybe another stream. For today we are going to rotate the tiles, and it's going to be an animated rotate, it's not just going to be a regular normal rotate. But this is where it would be useful to have some sort of ability to draw, but I don't really have that, annoyingly. I need to buy myself the world's cheapest graphics tablet. Let me just... Whoa, whoops. Wrong button. Or maybe it's the right button, because it just does that, I guess, when I open the equivalent of my start menu. When this loads, I'm going to draw a picture. Well, I guess I should first take a screenshot of this so I can draw on it. Done. Make a new image. Okay. So down here. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Expand. There we go. Okay. So let's change. Now I'm not using text today. Cancel, 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 cancel. Thank you. I want sure, a paintbrush. Reset colours. I can doodle and explain what I mean. Is this going to go any smaller? Yes, good. Okay. So, in classic, like, numbers fashion, I'm actually going to use the text now. I've just said that. I need to make this smaller. Ooh. In classic developer fashion, I'm just going to quickly number these boxes. I'm going to number them from 0 to 24 because when programming you always count from from 0, which can sometimes get real confusing, especially when if you are also trying to add some kind of okay, I guess I will not do this nice and easily. Please hold. Sure, that's about the right distance. I will sort out the spacing in a second. Yes, having a starting counting from 0 is a little bit confusing, especially if you're trying to show something to the user, because then it will not need to be starting from 0. We need to be starting from 1, like normal counting. But for our sake, because we'll be using coding counting when we're doing any, if we do end up doing any maths while we're doing this, I'm gonna make my life easier and start off by numbering all these. Okay. Nope, I can't count that. I said 21 twice. Would you believe I have a maths degree? Because I sure wouldn't from that life mishap. There we go. Okay. So, we have diagram. So, I think I'm going to focus, like, all we need to have is like a 90-degree turn. And make this red actually so it's more obvious and easy to see. Maybe an orange. Yeah, nice and contrasty with the background teal. So if we are rotating it 90 degrees, let's say that we're going to rotate it like... Can I draw on this? No? Really? I'm not drawing really thin or anything? No, okay. Let's add a new layer, I guess. What's this? Oh, that's the text, okay. Can I draw now? Okay, yeah, but it's really thin, so let's make this a bit more visible for everybody. Maybe a little bit more. That'll do. Okay, so let's say we're going to rotate everything clockwise. That means that, whoops, 0 will end up at 4, 4 will end up at 24, 24 will end up at 20, 20 will end up at 0. Is there any nice mathematical logic to this? I think perhaps not. I think I will just have to do sort of a manual mapping to where things should be and where things are and where they should be after the turn. And then that 6 will go to 8. We'll go to 13. 12 will stay in the middle. Okay, well, this is helping me at least. Apologies if this is a touch boring. 10 will go to 2. 15 will go to 1. I'm not going to draw all of the arrows because I think that might be a bit much. I will just add a couple extra ones. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to do some sort of manual map here. Now, if I go into my code, it is beautiful, isn't it? So I'm going to work on doing the rotation without an animation first, just so I can actually get the tiles to go to the right place first, and then we can make it look pretty afterwards. I am Picasso, it is true. I did have black hair very briefly once. I dyed my hair for a Furiosa cosplay for Halloween many moons ago. But I decided I looked too much like one of our parents, so I stopped it. And also because it looked really like goth, and it's not really my vibe. So Let me see. This is a bunch of stuff to do with like checking whether there's a word in the grid. So this is the grid code. The code in this project, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of chaotic and not necessarily my favorite thing. But it came from a very fast prototype, and also there's a lot of stuff that's a bit awkward because I'm making quite heavy use out of a plugin that handles the leaderboard stuff. And that code, it was a little unintuitive to use and a little intuitive to integrate. So I am a little bit, we're a little bit all over the place here, but that's okay. Oh, while we're here, I can get rid of the score label because I don't have that anymore. The score label, or at least not the same one. Let's say if best score dot You know what? Let's just do that. Sure. Okay, so So when I drop one tile onto another, so these cells are called, I've called them drop slots, and the tiles are drop tiles, which is hopefully pretty self-explanatory. And Godot has sort of like its own inbuilt way of handling UI drag and drop, which is it's pretty cool actually. It's kind of straightforward relative to how much I was expecting it to be, at least. So if I go back up here and I go find yes, here is the grid, and under the grid we have all the cells. The cells are organized into rows just for simplicity more than anything else. But we're going to have to basically, so when the game is running, if you've got a tile in a cell, the tile sort of gets put as a child of the cell. So if I go and open drop slot, if I can spell that, there we go, drop slot. Yes, when we add a tile, we reparent the tile, not actually technically directly to the cell, but there's a tile container underneath it. So if I open this up actually, this is the container. So we've got the cell, we've got the container just makes sure that the tile is automatically centered in the middle. And then we have a couple of other things, like we've got this yellow blob behind it that you maybe didn't know this actually, but if you click on a word in the word list, there's a thing that comes up in the grid that highlights where the word is in the grid. There you go. That's a fun fact for you if you didn't know that. So yes, there's a couple of like sneaky little things. Like also, did you know that if you double tap on a letter that's in the grid, it will auto return to the dock? There you go. I should put all of this in sort of like maybe not in the how to play, but maybe in like something related to the how to play, like an advanced tips. There's even a secret debug thing to auto put tiles into the grid, which is just pressing F on a keyboard. I don't think it'll help anybody, so I didn't see any reason to take it out. If somebody discovers it, they can have fun. Well, there you go. You discovered it by accident. It doesn't work the other way around, which I think makes sense. Anyway, focus. So we need to make some sort of mapping that takes tiles from one place to another place. We also need to make sure we turn off the inputs for all of the tiles, I think, while that's happening. And the cells, for that matter, actually. Let me see. So for the sake of giving us a little bit more help. I'm going to uncomment all of these lines, which are logs about about what things are happening. And I've had them commented out because they just make a lot of noise otherwise. So save that. Right. I think using the swap mechanism will be helpful here. Where is this called? It is called from the tile.swapped. Then maybe that will not be as useful directly. When is this called? It's called here. Oh, it's also called, it's called from itself ultimately. I should read the comments because I've left useful comments. Okay. I think I follow that mostly. So that's... I'm going to have to use something similar, but it won't be through this drop data thing. So this drop data is what happens when you drag something that... so this can drop data is like a... If you are dragging something else onto here, is it valid to put here? And in this case, the only things that we can drag are the tiles. So therefore, the only things we can drop are the tiles, and it's okay to drop a tile on the cell whenever we like. So actually, I am going to make a note here for myself to do prevent dropping during rotate animation. So this is where one of the places where we will need to stop input. And then if you do in fact then drop, this is the method that's then called from inside Godot's own logic. And in our case, we're dropping a tile, which is what is given to us in the data, and this current tile we return blah blah blah, and then here's the swap in here for if we already have a tile in this cell, then we will have to do a thing, namely swapping it. Otherwise we don't do that, and then we just add the new tile afterwards, and then we're all done with the dropping. So I think we're going to do something quite similar here, in that we're going to have similar logic, but not quite the same, I think. I think we may need to remove all the tiles first and then sort of re-add them after the fact. Okay, that seems like a logical thing. I think we should do it from grid. I think that seems sensible because the grid knows about everything. Does that seem sensible? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I should put this in a different script. Actually, that's quite a good idea. I think that seems a bit neater. Grid rotator. Rotator? Not C#, please, actually. That's a C GD script file. Grid rotator. Rotato. Yes, exactly. It doesn't really matter what type this is, and we need a reference to the grid. The grid has everything we need in it. It has all of the slots and tiles, so we can just use that. And I think what makes sense is for me to write out an array. So this is going to be it's what we call a rotated slot index map. Yeah. Okay. So this is maybe not clear to you yet, but let me just make sure I'm not writing something incorrectly. So this is the original grid. It's got the same numbers as in our beautiful, beautiful diagram. Crazy arrow lines notwithstanding. Yes, that's our crazy diagram. So what I'm going to do is, so each of these tiles is in the same place in the list of tiles here. As you can see, it cuts off at 20, but it continues on the next page. This is tile 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Oh wait, no, I need to be talking about the cells. This is cell 1, 2, 3, 4. It actually starts at 1, which is confusing. But as you can see from the numbers down here, these start at 0. So this is the 0th slot. There is a cell 1 in the 1th slot, because I can't really call it first. It means something slightly different. In the 1th slot, you've got cell 2, etc. This is why counting from 0 in programming is confusing, but you get used to it over time. Although you never fully get impervious to off by 1 errors, as they're known. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another list, an array it's called, and it's going to have the same number of slots as the length of this, which is 25 obviously, and I'm going to basically say that I'm going to put in the 0th slot where the 0th cell should go to after we rotate. So in this case we'll have, like, if I go back to here and I turn on the delightfully beautiful arrows, so the 0th, yes, that is how you pronounce it, I know. So the 0th tile should rotate to the 4th slot. So if I go back here, I'm just going to copy this for now, actually. Can I not do that? You're not going to let me? No, because that's annoying. And let's actually put this down here. I need to get rid of some of these brackets, because originally this was not meant to be a... Like, the other thing is a list of lists. This, we just want a straight up normal list. There we go. Okay, so 0 is going to go to 4. Actually, you know what I can do? We're going to have to angle our heads a little bit. Not that one. I wish to duplicate that. I don't know what I did there. Can I Control Z? It has created a whole new image. I'm going to get rid of this. Can I duplicate? Oh, it's Control Shift D. That's what I did. Let's rotate you to 90 degrees, and also you. So duplicate, rotate 90 degrees, rotate. Okay. I'm just going to put these under a group. If I can remember how to do that, you let a group. Made 2 of them, that's not what I wanted to do. Goodness me. Get in there. Thank you. Need to go on top. All this rotated. Okay. But unhelpfully, if I've got an offset. It's because it rotated around the center of itself. Then let's just move all of this so that the arrows kind of make sense. do. Okay, so great. So what we're going to do basically is write out this grid. So 0 ends up over here, which is in where number 4 is now. So we're going to put 4 in here because it's like it's where it's going to, its destination slot. Yeah. I also didn't think it would be so complicated, but here we are. And then we're going to do the same thing. 1 ends up where 9 is, I believe. Yep, 1 ends up with where 9 is. And then I'm just gonna keep going. This is 19. This is 24. Then 5 ends up where 3 is now. Ends up what 8 is. 13, 18, 23, I believe. 3, 18, 3, 8, 13, 18, 23 is where this second row ends up. Is that true? So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ends up 3, 8, 13, 18, 23. Yes, great. So then this middle row stays broadly the same, but it will end up in this vertical line of 2, 7, 12, 17, 22. And then similarly 15 to 19 ends up in 1, 6, 11, 16, 21. And lastly, 20 to 24 ends up 0 to 20. I'm sure there is some sort of mathematically nice way that I could do it, but I don't know what that is, so I'm not going to do it. So now we have where these tiles need to be. We can then move the tiles out from where they were and move them to the new place using this. Okay, so let's write a new function. Function's going to be called rotate. That's easy enough. And we want to get all cells from the grid. Then I think we need to get, what we need is we need a list of all tiles, and hello, I've made this, it was not super thrilling, but I've done it now. So what we're doing is I've got all of the cells from the grid, and I'm going to go over them, and for each one that has a tile, I'm going to note down what number cell it's in. So I'm going to first make a list of I'm going to declare a variable which will hold this like tile to number map. And yes, it is my laptop. It is the sound that it makes when it's thinking hard, which it always is. It's the most irritating and frustrating thing. I will move my laptop further away from my microphone as far as I can get without screwing everything up regarding cables. I don't know why it makes this noise. It really drives me insane. I wish it didn't. It is the sound that the fan makes. I would like it to not make it. Yes. I have tried reapplying the thermal stuff to the CPU. It did not work. It actually created the high-pitched noise, but previously it was just loud. Now it is loud and has a high-pitched noise. I don't know how to fix this. It's driving me slightly insane, but I cannot afford to buy a new laptop, so here we are. Yes. Okay, so we're going to write a... apologies for the high-pitched noise. I do not... I dislike it just as much as you do, I'm sure. I don't know what they would do about it that I haven't done about it. Like, this is meant to be a repairable laptop. It's a framework laptop. It's quite cool in that way. Or at least I don't know what they would do about it that isn't, like, something expensive, because, you know, I might be able to do something differently, but I think, to be honest, I just need to change out the CPU, because it overheats whenever I try anything related to graphics, and that's a problem. But that is a whole expensive thing that I don't have the money for right now. Anyway, yes, apologies about the high-pitched noise. I have moved my microphone away. I hope it's better. Fingers crossed that it is. I don't know how to put a high-pass filter on my mic. If you know how to do this, please let me know. I couldn't see one when I was looking through the filters. Maybe I just was not looking high enough. I don't know what an upward compressor is. Oh, that's loud. Sorry if you can hear the sirens in the background. Suddenly, like, every police car in the world has just gone past my window. Yes, if you know how to do put a high-pitched noise filter on my microphone in OBS, please tell me, because I don't know how to do it yet. I will do some more googling later, because I didn't realise it was coming through that in such an annoying fashion. Anyway, so let's call this the tile to cell index map, and it's going to be another array. Is it going to be an array? No, it's going to be a dictionary, which is a dictionary is a mapping of one object to another object, including an object can be anything in this regard, including a number. So then I'm going to say for cell in cells. So this is going to go over each of the cells. So for each cell in the cells list that we've got here. Actually, do I want to do that? No, I'm going to say for index in cells.size. So this is like a nice little GD script shorthand for, if you've ever coded in Python, it is similar to for I in range something. This is for the each number starting from 0 up until the final number, not including the final number though. Run this code with this number, and in this case the upper number is the size of this list. So we'll start at 0 and go up to 24. So for index in cells size, we grab the relevant cell. This is getting the cell that is in this list at number index. If cell dot, do I have a tile? Can I get a tile? Cell dot slot tile is not null. Actually, if it is null, just carry on and don't do anything more. Otherwise we'll have like a million indents. Otherwise, if it isn't null, then we have something to do. So we're going to say tile to cell index map. We're going to say this is how you put something into a dictionary to have that mapping. So the key that we're using, which is the thing, like a dictionary is sort of like a one-way mapping. So you have a key and then you have a value, and that's like the pair. You usually look up by the key. So I'm going to put the tile in here to use as the key, and then we're going to have the index of that tile, which is index, or index of the cell that tile is in. Okay, and then after that we are going to say for tile in tile to cell index map. I believe this just gets the keys. I'm not 100% sure. I should check that. Please hold. There we go. Oops, closed something else in the process. There we are. It's actually GD script. Dictionary iterate. Oops, there we go. I think this, probably not helpful. Literally just that. Okay, great. That is what I thought. So for each tile, so this goes over each of the keys, and then you can access the value by using this sort of syntax. But I think first we need to remove that tile. Actually, we can do that up here. We can remove the tile from the cell it's in. Let's go cell dot remove tile, cell dot slot tile. Then we will go. We need to get the new cell that it's going to be at, so we're going to go rotated slot index map, and we're going to get the, you know what, for clarity, let's go new index, or target index is, and then we go and get the variable that we saved just above. And then we go, and then we get the target cell, and the target cell is oh no, hold on, not target index. Current cell index. I can't type. Current cell index. So we go into this up here and we say, so if this tile is in like cell number 3, then we'll go through and we'll go 0, 1, 2, 3. And we know that 3 is meant to be in 19. It's actually going to be like, if you imagine this is the grid, that's the target one over here. That's the target cell here. Or it's target cell index, I suppose. And then we can get the target cell as well by going and then we go target cell dot add tile. Tile. There we go. I think that makes sense. We could make this quite a lot shorter by just sort of nesting things in here, but I think it would look kind of gross. So I'm not going to do that. Cool, alright. I think that's theoretically should work. We shall test it. I'm sure that anybody who watches this who knows things about programming has quite possibly seen a logical flaw, but such is what happens when you code and when other people can see you. That is just a sort of an occupational hazard. Now we need a way to call this function, so we're going to add a button. And I believe I saw a nice rotate icon, and I don't remember what it was. So just give me a moment, please, while I find these. There's 2 places it could be, and I just need to find the first one to see if I am right about it. I think perhaps I am not right about this. Alright, well, it's not there. Then let me bring up the other place I check. Lucid icons. We love Lucid icons. They are nice and free and they are very pretty. What is very neat? Yes, this is where the icon was that I was expecting. My code. Well, I try. Neat code is easier to work with, I think. I mean, in this case, it's extremely neat. I'm being very precise because I want it to be clear. I'm not normally that organized, but it's not too far off. So I feel like something like this would work well. Rotate clockwise square. What do you think? Is this clear enough, or is it not quite clear enough? I think if there were 2 arrows, it might not look clear that it was still a square. This one. Refresh is normally this way, but I'm talking about this one. The other option is that we can use one of the icons in this other asset pack that I've downloaded. This is one of the icon bundles, and there's like a this or a this, but that is a rectangle, which I don't like for obvious reasons because we are using squares. There might be something else that's sort of similar. I do not know what it is, but there might be something else. I also need to make sure that it looks different to the return everything to the dock button. This is the best icon that I could find for it. I considered using like a download icon. I actually might have a quick look at that. See if there's a similar. Like I considered using something like this or this. But I thought that maybe would be confusing, or maybe this. You know what? This might be better. I might need to switch to use this instead. What do you reckon? Like I might need to use this for this return to dock button. Yes, actually, I will do that. I don't want it to be 24 pixels big though. How big is this icon? I cannot click on it anymore because there's something in the way. That's annoying. Let me go find it manually. Reset tiles button. How big are you? You are 100 by 100. Okay. Easy enough. Strokes with 2 pixels. I don't really like that. Probably 3 pixels is best. Let's download this. Let's go put it in a useful place. I'm going to drag it up here just so that I don't show literally everything to everybody. Sure, let's just save it in there now. Well, it's being rotated clockwise, so like this bit goes to here, this bit goes to here, this bit goes to here. So yeah, I see what you mean though. We'll have another look at the other icons in a second after we've investigated this. What are we going to do? Oh yes, so I need to grab the newly downloaded thingy and put it in here. I don't know where that's put that. It's just put it in the top level folder, that's okay. Just going to shrink things down. Boop. And move hardware download.svg to here. Yes. So it has downloaded it in black, which is annoying and not what I wanted. Yeah, I don't really understand that because it was selected as white in the thing. Confusing. Okay, you know what? We're gonna actually open this in the file manager, please. This is fine to show. Where's... Here it is. I'm going to open this with Inkscape and we're going to edit it ourselves. Whoops. Yes, I could definitely do that. That's a good idea. Hello, Inkscape? And can I... I guess I will quit and try that again. There we go. Okay. Let's grab all of these. Select the stroke paint as bright pink. No. This. Do you think that I might want to... What do you mean this is square? What is this then? Path? This is a path. The path was exactly 1 point, so how is it round then? Oh, okay, well I guess that was lying to me previously. I don't want it to be just like that round. I want it to be like a rounded rectangle. How do I do this? I've forgotten. Just sort of turn. Oh, I need to turn on the snapping to... I have got snapping on. Never mind. Can I move this, please? No. Yeah. You there, please? Can I round the corners here? Maybe this path affects corners. Why did you... What is this? Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay, great. So let's do like that. That looks a bit more like the tile dock, doesn't it? Let's copy a new one and put that here. Great! That looks a bit nicer. So I'm gonna just quickly get rid of, is it this one? So I can get rid of that. Whoops, not that. Delete, just to have it tidy, because SVGs are stored in text and we want the text to be as small as possible. I actually think I might want to make the outline of this less a lot. Never mind. How do I undo that? There we go. I feel like that is better than that, even though the inside of these corners is nice. Maybe I sort of... How do I duplicate this? But then like not have just two separate objects. Then like this, so it's got the inside corners and the outside ones. Ah, make corners independent, never mind. I am actually gonna just I'm gonna hide this one for now, just so we've got the original saved, and then I'm gonna grab this and where was it? Make corners independent. I don't know what that means. Whoa, that's crazy. That is not what I was looking for, actually. Select all, whoops, no. What does that mean? Inverse fillet. I don't know what any of that means. You know what? I'm just gonna have the two rectangles. Just gonna Control Z until I see something I recognize. Is that gonna let me do that? Okay, yes. There we go. Let's keep it like that. I don't really care too much about this and this. All something to consider. I think it's going to be okay. So let's export this, not as a PNG please, as a plain SVG. And I'm just going to export and replace. Great. That's looking all nice. Why is it 96 by 96? That is not what I asked it to be. I wanted it to be 100 by 100. I guess because of this little gap. Oh, it's because of this. That's what happened. Great. Before I forget, I have some settings on here, so it's lossless optimized. VRAM compressed. These are scaled by 2 because this these SVGs are 50 by 50, but they don't have to be. So in this case, this one isn't. Is that optimized? And let's re-import you. Anything else different here? No, it's just this scale, but the scale is fine. That still says 96 by 96. Why? Okay, so what's going on? It's 96 by 96, so why isn't Inkscape supporting it to that? What is happening here? What happens if I export the page instead? By 100, there we go. Okay, I don't really understand what happened there, but it's fine. Okay, re-import that, great. So let's grab that button and swap out the icon. Reset tiles button, we're going to quick load this. There we go. Nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Back to the other icon. Thank you. That was a lucky find. So I was thinking this one because ultimately everything is going in like clockwise. Do you want to actually open something? You see, it looks so weird in mobile. I need to have this not be vertical. There we go. This connections at the bottom. Yes, thank you. Let's, I guess, download this and see what happens. Again, let me just move this out of the way so I can just put it where I need it. Whoops, I have accidentally named it something with a hash in it, so let me just go rename that real quick. Again, it has downloaded it as black, which I don't think I understand. But that's okay, because we can fix it. And let me just do the same thing up here, where I just go grab it and open it. Here we are. Oh, not you. Where's it gone? It's disappeared. Oh no. I'm gonna quit and then I'm gonna open it again. Give me a sec. Join file manager. This is not helpful to us. Can we get Inkscape, please? It's loading, I think. There we go, and I want this. Yes, thank you, please. Great. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make it white. Then I shall rotate the whole thing. Don't I see the rotate button? It probably is, I don't know where to find it though. God, they didn't rotate it around the middle, that's annoying. Okay. How do I rotate it around the origin point? I suppose one way to do it would be to make a new rectangle up to the edges. I'm going to make this one, this new rectangle, I don't know, blue, sure, so I can see this, and I'm going to put it below everything else so I can see what I'm doing. If it'll let me. Oh my god. Why is this so difficult? Can I just move it? Oh, it's manual buttons apparently. That's feels ancient. Okay, so then I want to grab all of these and rotate. There we go, and then I can delete this. I did right click and rotate clockwise, but it rotated around the center of all of this, and because this is on one side, it shifted it, and it like rotated it around like a point that was over here, so it ended up off. But this, how do we feel about this? I don't know how I feel about this. It's weirdly rectangular, which I wasn't really expecting. Or at least it seems rectangular to me. I don't know if it is. Is it rectangular? Why does this feel so long? Let's just put this like there, so it's inside the corners. It is rectangular. By like 4, right? Yeah. That's weird and unexpected. Anyway. Yes, how do we feel about this? I think I feel okay about it, but I think I know what would help me feel a little bit better. I think this needs to sort of, well, not like that though. Can I just sort of, yeah. Guess we can't shift it up by that much. Do you like that more? I need to do this. I think I like that a bit more. Or maybe with less of this tail. Maybe? I feel like there is something better that we can do here. I don't know if I love this. It's not awful, but let's make a new one, I think, and we can start from scratch and see how we go. I think I like the arrow though from the other one. I need to change this to document properties. I don't want millimeters, please. I want pixels. I want 100 by 100. Yes. Where's it gone? There. I think I will just copy from the other one. This. And go back to here, and I'll just... Wow, that looks wild. I do not like that at all. No paint. And stroke style needs to be definitely chunkier than that. And round, please. Round everything. What level of round did we have over here? Where is it gone? Is the button? No. Yes, this is the original. What was the stroke style? 12.5. That's nice and easy. Oh my god, show me the other one. It's our weird ski one. So this is where we started. I think that we can have something better than this. I'm envisioning like make this a little bit shorter. Ooh, not like that though. I'll use my arrow, please. Do something like this, and then let me group that as an arrow. Is it this? No. These two are also an arrow. Rename this. Then I'm going to do the same thing where I make a new box. That's the side of the whole thing. I'm going to grab this and this and rotate. And then get rid of this again temporarily. Okay. I think actually maybe I don't want that. I think something like, let's do how do I snap to the corners? Do I not have a corner snap? No, I don't, because it's annoying. Okay, well if I just make a new one here and then maybe I just like adjust it to fit. Not that one. Yes, wow, that's way too large. What is happening there? Not this, please. 12.5, like everybody else. Behave. Now it's made it small. Ah! That's not what I wanted. Can I just do like a this-ish kind of, but then make it like... Can I not snap like the edge? This is annoying. Is it bad you like the arrow on the square? I mean, it's not bad. I don't like the original one, or do you mean like this arrow that's on the line? Need to make this a different colour, this is confusing me. I don't think that's bad. I think maybe it is, for me, a little bit confusing visually, but it is fine that you like it. I guess we shall see what happens after, but I'm doing a little bit of an experiment right now. We can see if you like it as much. So what happens if I do like this? Maybe make it little again. Oh my god. It's not going to be blue, to be clear. Can I just have this, like, behaving normally, please? Sure. I'm going to turn off the other one now. For clarity. That in the middle. Make it back to 12.5. Something like this. Or maybe like a... How do I make it go rotate again? I did it by accident before and I don't remember how to do it. I've done it intentionally. This is a rectangle. How about that? Oh, sure. This will do. Is that doing anything? No. I mean, allegedly it is, but I don't think it is a lie. Decided I don't like it. I'm just going to do another one. Do this and maybe then up here. What is this? Transform? I really don't believe it. Oh, it's apply. There we go. I want to make this an actual square. Is it an actual square? It is not. Let's make this 20 by 20. Sure. Whoa, that's fun. I wonder where the corners are going to be obviously visible between other things. It's like this, but then like it would stop kind of here and here. Maybe. No, it is thinner. I mean, the arrows do probably need to be a little bit thinner, but I want it to be like consistent with these, which has relatively thick lines, I think. But we can't have a different color at the background, so we need to figure this out. You know what? That's not bad. Maybe I will leave it like this for now. Then I need to... Oh, I need to remember how to do this. I think I need to turn the object into a path. Yes. And then that's not exactly what I want to be doing. Yeah, I think I need to, I need to like chop the square. At least that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. Can I add like a thing? Like, well, not that. Can I slide it along? How do I do that? Can I do this again? Because I think I actually accidentally undid it. Okay. How do I chop you where I want it? Maybe it's just like, maybe it's literally just like this, and I just have to like draw a random other path. What is this? Is that what I just... No, that's the old one. Can I... Okay, and then... Whoa, not that. Select both of these, and then I think it's just like a chop. Okay. So I guess let's do this again. Okay, and if I grab this to this and delete, and then this and this, and I delete, then I can adjust them, I guess. And that's definitely not close enough, so I guess we, instead of moving them, maybe I do like a, just draw another line, I guess. Not quite, we're nearly there. So maybe I just sort of undo that and move this line over a bit. Oh, I see, wait, so I can actually make sure that this doesn't touch. Okay, yeah. Yeah, actually give it a bit of space. Okay, let's try that. Okay, I don't hate that. Let's do it again. Sure, that's alright with me. This, same thing. And then I have to move this one because it's too close. I'm going to be touching the bottom of this arrow. This a little bit. Yeah, okay. Okay. What colour background is Palingrid? It's teal. A very specific teal. I have got a whole colour palette. That was my least favourite thing about making Palingrid, was having to design the UI colours. It's been extremely difficult because I am not any sort of artist, let alone a UI designer. Move this down a little bit away. Okay, so now if we make this white, well, let's make all of it white, just to make sure. Is that too confusing? I mean, it's not very evenly spaced yet, I can adjust it, but how do we feel about this? It does. Hmm. Yeah, but it's not, it needs to be like one color. And if I had it overlapped, then I don't think it would necessarily work. But I agree with you about liking it more when it was a square. Well, it can't, it has to be white basically because it has to work, oh, bother. It has to work nicely with the, I think I've run out of undos. It has to work nicely with the light and dark mode. And I do that by colouring the whole icon of various things, and it would, this would be a special button that was only for this by itself, which if I, a special way of handling colour if I only change this one, which would be irritating, and I would rather not. Hmm. Let me think. Basically, yeah. Actually, if I press play, you'll see what I mean. So I can do this. I cannot do this. I have turned this off because it was getting in the way. Let me undo that. So you see how all of them turn black or close. I had to make myself theme all of the UI in light mode because I knew that I hate light mode so much that I just would not use it in light mode. What if the square? A truly profound question from you there. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Like arrows like with an angle or arrows like a circle? Does this get me anything different? No. Ooh, interesting. Okay. I'd have to think about how to make them neat but not too tiny. Anything useful here before I go and do that? I love this website. It's great. Actually, I will also turn on the experimental mode. Oh, this is very busy. Blah. Grip. Looks like braille to me. What's that? What about this is grip? This is too many things. Let me go to rotate again, see if there's anything new. There is not. No, I've turned on the this thing. Does this help as a rotate, or does it still look like a refresh? The arrows that are going to be on the inside of the square, I mean. Oh, I need to just update the this. It's my arrows first. I don't really like my arrows though. Do you just mean like closer together? So hold on, let me just turn this off. Let me just move these in towards the center. Like this, like some sort of like here, like this, something like this. Let me make a new square, and I will resize it in a second because I need this to be a bit this way. I'm gonna rotate it in a minute. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Whoops, my bad. Yeah. Resizing it resizes the stroke width as well, which is actually really annoying. Chunky. Then, if I make everything 10 instead. Maybe also just make these a bit smaller. I'm going to resize the stroke width again. I snap these to the center midpoint, please. I cannot. Okay, fine. Whatever. And then I grab these. That's too close. I make this be in the middle. Can I have this in pixels, please? Thank you. What's the size of this page if it's not? This is confusing. Okay. No, I appreciate the feedback, it's useful. That's where these guys should be centered, which is a bit annoying that they're not quite centered. Maybe I can put them in their own group as well. Whoop. I have just this piece. There we go. Midpoint bounding what's midpoint, that's what I like to see. Okay, great. That's nice and centered now. So this... Hello. Welcome. We're trying to make a clear and understandable rotate grid button or icon, and it is turning out to be surprisingly difficult. I feel like these are too fat, for want of a better word. Not to like arrow shame, but I think I am having trouble with these. What if I make these bits shorter? Not that. What do I do? Ooh, you know what? That's not bad. I grab all of this. Could it elongate the bit like this bit? Potentially. Let's make this little as well. Ooh, nearly. What about like at this, and then how's this? Good question. I have forgotten. I'm gonna actually just select them all so I can make them all the same size. 100%. That's not helpful. What? 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 Okay, I guess I can't do that. I suppose. Can I select the individual things, please? Pixels. 10, currently. Also 10. I'm just checking all of them. All of the different bits. And then I have to bring them back in again because they are misbehaving. This is very irritating. You know, I think this is probably close enough. I think that will do. How is this? The arrows are currently the same thickness as the box, even though it doesn't really look like it. I wonder if, like, does that help or no? Is that too cramped? I think it might be too cramped. I think the angle of the square might be wrong as well, or at least maybe the positioning of the arrows is. Yeah, I agree. I need to save this before it gets lost. Rotate square. Because the other one was rotate CW square, so this is my one. 1 point less on the arrows. What's the verdict? I'm still not sure about the positioning. We're close with this. I really like it, but I think there's something here that I'm not quite sure about. Maybe it is the angle of the square with regards to the arrows. Like, it feels like there's not enough space for them to be moving. I think maybe one of the, like, I think I want to do like a, oops. Something like that. I could. I don't want to put them too close though, they're already pretty close. Lower closer. Like this? Is that what you mean? I have made the arrows into a rectangle. I think they were sort of rectangular anyway, to be fair. I wonder if something like this will help us. So I'm just going to download this as brush CW just to see. I want to see what rounded arrows look like. Import, please. Let me just go grab this. I will bring this back in a second. I put it in the wrong folder. I did. That's okay though. I'm sure it will be fine. this, please. Yes, thank you. Oh, now I'm confused. Where's it gone? Did it not import? Yes. Okay. Right. Okay. So obviously we need to make this not this, and then shrink. Not that shrank. Whoops. Like this. But maybe I need to make the stroke paint consistent. The stroke width even. 10 definitely doesn't work. 9 also definitely doesn't work. But we can figure this out in terms of positioning. How do we like this? How do we like the rounded arrows? Obviously I will move these to be not like this and touching, but how do we like the this thing? The rounded arrows. I also feel like, was the square like this before? Other than this? I feel like it was something like that. Like this. How's that? This bend is wrong, but something like that. I need to make a circle. This is bothering me. Then they're not nice and even. Let me just make this a different colour so I can see what I'm doing. Let's make it pink. Sure, fine. It is bothersome to me. Put this in. What on earth can I make? Can I just get like the bounding box midpoint thing snap, please? Can I like turn off the other thing? Does that change? Yes, bounding box midpoint to the path center. Great. Then this I need to make funkier again. Oh, that's interesting that they're a bit further apart than I was thinking they would be. Is this not a circle? What are you talking about? Not 112. 12. And then let me just recenter this again. Yes, interesting that it is oval, but let's actually make this a bit bigger. Is 14 too big? Maybe. Doing this in millimeters. Why? 14 is too big. Great. That's what I was wanting, I think. The stare, it's so hilarious and creepy. Okay, so how do I make it behave like I want it to? I guess we chop it up like we did last time. The circle, I mean. I'm not just like chopping up things randomly. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. Anyway, this and this please, I want to chop. Okay. That's okay, and let's do like here to here, maybe? No? Okay. I guess I won't then. Like that. To get this. Whoa, wrong. Thank you. That's not what I wanted to do. Need to make 2 of these apparently. Duplicate so I can chop each half because I've got this half now and I've got this half. Chop. Chop. Okay. But this bit can go. This bit you can go. Okay, so now if I get rid of what is, I hide this, and I hide this, and then I make these 2 not bright pink. I know it's 9.989, but it's close enough. Interesting. That does not look how I expected it to look. Before I delete these other ones, let me just... Oh, they are chunkier. I see. I make the like what I wanted to do. Hold on. Let me put it back up again. Just scale them a little bit. They're not snapping, that's annoying me. So about the same width. Confusing me. Why are they so different? Radioactive Watsits at this point. I guess these ones do come in at an angle, so it's not that weird. They might need to be a little bit smaller, so if I do that, and then can I just temporarily turn off these so I can just get the... They're not going to, no, they're not going to snap. Of course they're not. That would be too easy. I mean, it helps if I have snapping on. Okay. Let's see again what happens if I do this. Okay, that's a bit nicer. How do we feel about this? What? No. Why does it keep setting this to 3.78? I want to see what it actually is. It's obviously not 3.78 pixels. What is happening? Okay, whatever. It's fine. Okay, I'll change this to also 9. Or not. There we go. That clearly a rotate the square. You laugh at my suffering. I see how it is. I see how it is. How is this? Are we liking this? Is this a clear, like, rotate the box? Grand! Thank you for your help and feedback. I'm going to export as a plain SVG, please. Thank you. Export. Is wonderful, please. Thank you. Okay. Hurrah. I'm going to get rid of this. That was just the arrows. Should I try maybe what? What's your suggestion? You know, I have just noticed that this line doesn't quite align, so that annoys me and I need to fix a parallel. I think so. Not quite. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go, like that. Well, it's what it looks like when small. I think it's pretty clear. Maybe, like, this is kind of weird, but hear me out. It's weird, but how do you, does that make you sad and angry? Because I think it makes it slightly clearer. It bothers me that they are not nice and even, but maybe like a this. No, that was worse. That's better. Yeah, I think it's clearer as well. It does bother me that the arrows themselves are like wonk, but I think it works from an icon point of view. Yeah, that looks more like an arrow when tiny now. And it still works when big. Okay. Nice, thank you for making me revisit that, because that was a good shout. Hooray! Okay, so now gotta make that button. Pretty straightforward, all things considered. I am just going to, and then we're going to test the thing that we did 10 million years ago. Duplicate this, rename this to rotate grid button. Put 2 of the end. Oh, the spacing of this is horrible. No thank you, please. I need this to be much more widely spaced, like a 20. Maybe even more than that, actually. Is this really wide? Hold on. Oh. One second. That's not square around the edges, is it? No. Okay, so that's not the thing that will fix the fact that it's not square around the edges. How is this? This is confusing me. Oh, okay. What? Why is this a thing? because it's used here? Not here, here. I guess it is. That bothers me. I mean, I'm sure this is going to screw up some of my nice layouting, but it bothers me that the default panel container here is has weird wonky margins. I don't like that. That bothers me, so I'm going to just go and change it. It's this panel container. I'm going to fix that. 25, 25. And then in also the light version as well. And it doesn't really screw up this bottom panel as far as I can understand. There we go, that's nicer. Okay. Just noticed that all these margins were slightly off and it was just, I couldn't deal with it. I'm gonna make this 25 as well. Great, that looks nice. And then let me grab the actual button and change the icon to our beautiful new one. How do we feel? I feel like the lines do need to be thicker. That is annoying. That's actually really annoying. I think it's too thin in comparison to this. It's not chunky enough. Ah! Unless, and this is maybe a little bit silly. So I can't make the icon any bigger than it already is in comparison to the button, but I can put an image over the button and just have the button be blank. Let's make this, I've added a new text direct, I'm going to add this. Obviously not that big. Bit height proportional and the aspect centered, please. This is too big, obviously, but we will fix. This, actually none of that. This I also need to be tinted, please. Although, this is going to be annoying. I have to change the tint manually. That's not what I wanted to do. Can I recenter that, please? What? Like? Not that big. Okay, even almost as big as the button. I don't know about the line thickness. What do you reckon? I'm gonna have to wrap up in a minute and wrap up my stream, but I think maybe it does need to be chunky, which is really irritating. Well, you know what? For now, I'm going to leave it. I would have to change all of the icons to be thinner. I don't love that. Although I also really don't like this question mark, so maybe that'd be an opportunity to replace. Anyway, the actual thing that I was going to test this whole time, I have not hooked it up. 1 second. Delete this. This, I need to go to the signals. And I need to disconnect the reset tiles because it was a duplicate of the reset tiles button. And I need to go to... I haven't added that. That's a good point. I'm going to add a child mode here because we put it in a separate script to keep it nice and tidy. So this is just, it doesn't do anything. It's not really in the scene. It's just sort of a placeholder to hold the script, which is the grid rotator. And we need to assign the grid reference there, and then we can grab the, no we can't apparently, grab the grid button and then connect its pressed signal to the grid rotator, and then we pick the rotate method to call when it's pressed. Okay. Now, let's see if it works. It may not. So, in theory, D should end up there, N should end up there, W should end up there. Let's see if it works. Oh! Yes! Looks like they're dancing. That's fun. Look at that go! We have functionality! That's nice. Does that stay in the same place? Yes. So now I'm going to use my magical F key that just adds a bunch of things. That is unheard of. It almost never just works the first time. Oh. I pressed it too many times and it had a bit of a freak out. Oh, that's actually true. I didn't think about that. So, this will be a note for my future self. I'm going to write this as in here as a to-do. Stop the grid from rechecking for words until all tiles have been removed and replaced. Because I think what was happening there, I think the lag was because I pressed the button and then after each removed tile, it this slot has a signal called tile change, so it emits the signal, which is like it's going, the tile has changed. And what listens to tile changed? Grid does. It has it connected to update. So every single time we removed a tile, all 25 times, or however many there were, it rechecked the entire grid, and then every time we added one, so like 50 times it rechecked the entire grid. And that, on a full thing, it'd be less if we didn't have so many things, but I have made a note to myself to stop the grid from calculating somehow. Maybe I will just add a like for this, it'll be probably the same sort of don't do anything until I say so sort of function as preventing input while things are rotating, which we'll have to do for in the middle of the animation anyway. But yes, let's commit what we have at the moment, because I think this is pretty good. Rotate button and rotate logic. No animation yet. Great, and that's all the things I want to commit. Oh wait, there's an extra texture in here that I'm not using anymore. And I want to get rid of it. It is this thing. Goodbye. Delete. Remove. And am I using this anywhere? Where is the button? View owners. No owners. Great. You can be deleted as well. Bye. Okay. Is that all the things? Yes, I think so. Great. Fabulous. Okay. Yay. Well, this has been fun. Yeah, okay. I know I have to do this. It's fine. Let me just do the thing. Wonderful. Okay. Well, what a good stream. I feel like this was productive. I feel like I spent a lot more time fiddling around with icons than I was expecting. I might do that a little bit off stream so that I'm not just screwing around with icons for the entire next stream. But next time, we will come back and we shall make some sort of fancy animation. Oh, and I also deleted this. Deleted, hold, and placed. Turn all tiles to dock. Icon. Yes. Okay. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you had a good time. I feel like this might be a good thing to edit into some sort of stream, but I'm not into like a more, not just like uploading the VOD, but upload something a bit more coordinated. But I will think about that, because I don't know how to edit videos, so I may have to learn. But maybe after we've done all of the bits and pieces. Thanks! This was a good fun time. I had a fun time with chatting with you, and I very much appreciated your feedback on the arrows and things. I might screw around with this and see if I can like maybe make the arrows a little bit like closer together or a little bit smaller or something. We shall see. If not, the icon is pretty good as it is. Yeah. Okay. That's all for now, and I will see you next stream. Thank you for joining. I'm glad you had a good time. Hope anybody else that's watching also had a good time. I will be back on stream. Ooh, when will I be back on stream? It will be Friday. Friday night I will be back on stream. Just lurking and staring at me. Oh no, I've made your new favourite emote. It just stares at me from the chat. Alright. Have a good night, and I will be back on Friday. Bye.